Call this meeting to order for the Sheffield Board of Selectmen from Tuesday, May 6, 2025. First item on the agenda is approval of meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented for April 7th, 2 sets, April 9th, with the Finance Committee, and April 10th. I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Second item on the agenda is action regarding a one-day alcohol license for Berkshire School for its annual alumni reunion on June 6th and 7th.
I motion that we accept as written. I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the one-day alcohol license for school for June 6th and 7th. Others in favor?
Aye.
We have another one from Christine Bump, Black Sheep Brewery Company, for a one-day beer license for the Sheffield Pride Parade. We won't have to do a Saturday meeting on Saturday, June 21st, 2029, 2 to 7 in Sheffield.
I'll make a motion that we approve the one-day alcohol on second time.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is the announcement of vacancies for FY26. These are the boards, committees, and commissions. There was a question asked about this at last night's meeting, so I'm going to make sure that the young woman who requested the information be sent this list, and maybe she'll apply for something. Agricultural Commission, we have 4 vacancies. Our Agricultural Commission alternate, we have 2 vacancies for 1 year each. Animal Control Officer, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Animal Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Ashley Falls Historic District Commission, 2 vacancies. Ashley Falls Historic District Commission alternate, 2 vacancies, 1 year. Board of Assessors, 2 vacancies. BRPC Delegate, 1 vacancy, 1 year. BRPC Delegate alternate, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Board of Health, 2 vacancies. Board of Registrars, 1 vacancy. Building Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Cemetery Commission, 1 vacancy. Commission on Disabilities, 7 vacancies. Conservation Commission, 1 vacancy. Conservation Commission alternate, 2 vacancies. Constable, 2 vacancies, 1 year. Council on Aging, 3 vacancies. Cultural Council, 6 vacancies. Electrical Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Electrical Inspector Assistant, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Finance Committee, 2 vacancies. The Town Moderator makes this appointment. Fire Chief, 1 vacancy, 1 year. 5 Town Cable Advisory, 3 vacancies. Gas and Piping Advisor, 3 vacancies. Gas and Piping Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Gas and Piping Inspector Alternate, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Historical Commission, 3 vacancies. Housing Commission, 2 vacancies. Housing Commission Alternate, 2 vacancies, 1 year. Planning Board Alternate Member, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Plumbing Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Plumbing Inspector Assistant, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Public Weigher, 4 vacancies, 1 year. Recycling Coordinator, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Sanitation Inspector, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Southern Berkshire District Veterans Service Delegate, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Town Council, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Veterans Agent, 1 vacancy, 1 year. Zoning Board of Appeals, 2 vacancies. ZBA Alternates, 2 vacancies, 1 year. By the vessels directly, the letters to all people currently serving were in the mail today. So if you're interested in continuing your service, please return the letter with your interest.
Or anyone else can send in.
Oh yeah, please. Line up, fill in. Item number 4 is the discussion and possible action regarding a freight permit for Ashley Falls. So we have a request from Tricia Frey for Monday, May 26th, 2025, for the usual 8 a.m. Ashley Falls Memorial Day Parade.
I'll make the motion that we accept and issue a permit for House Memorial Day Parade. I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded from the 2 Ashley Falls residents for the parade. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The coffee and donuts.
Pat's inviting you all to her house for coffee and donuts.
No, the church.
Item number 5 is discussion and action regarding traffic control agreement for County Road. Rhonda, you want to tell us about this?
So what you have in front of you is a traffic control agreement that was sent to us by Mass DOT for the work that's going to be done on County Road over the Ironwork Brook in Sheffield. The agreement has been discussed with the project engineer and municipal representatives. So I'm sure Dave and Eric have been involved in some of these. So they need you to sign the agreement saying that there will be all of the appropriate signs. All of the traffic details will be taken care of. If there's any detours, that those are appropriately signed, those types of things. And we sign it and send it back. So that'll be one more step in the project to getting that bridge replaced.
Okay, and I see it is prepared for the town administrator to sign, so we just need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the traffic control agreements from Mass DOT. Second.
Motion made and seconded to authorize our town administrator to sign the traffic control agreement. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item on the agenda is regarding transfer station sticker prices. Rhonda, share the good news.
Well, it's not really good news, but this one. Of course, as I've stated before many times, the cost of trash continues to rise. So with that, it also means that stickers need to rise. So this year, the regular sticker will be $235. A late sticker, which would be after August 15th, will be $245. The senior rate for anyone over the age of 70 is $205, and late is $215. A recycling sticker would be $100. If you want a second sticker, it would be $12. And coupons this year for bulky waste would be $40. We'll give two to anyone who purchases a sticker.
Okay, get that budgeted, folks. It's time.
I need you to go through.
Oh,
I'll make a motion that we approve the set rates for 2026 for the transfer station stickers. Second.
motion made and seconded to approve the prices on transfer station stickers as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Item number 7 is discussion and action regarding Berkshire Regional Planning Commission Air Quality Project. Rhonda?
So BRPC is launching a county-wide air quality monitoring project in response to growing concern, especially after the recent wildfire. So what they're hoping to do in Sheffield is to receive the town's approval to install sensors at selected municipal sites and identify the best point of contact for coordinating the on-ground installation, possibly with the building or facilities manager. There's no cost to the town. And then you have a whole sheet that explains the entire project throughout Berkshire.
I see that a couple of spots that they have suggested to the monitors. Sheffield Town Hall and the cemetery.
Yes. Sorry, I missed that part.
Minor details.
Although it doesn't say which cemetery.
I was going to say, I don't see the detail on the cemetery.
Yeah.
So they get the book.
That's right.
I'll make a motion that we approve the placement of the air monitoring system from BRPC.
And if it's not a town-owned cemetery, we'll refer them to the cemetery commission that handles whatever cemetery.
And it's very close on a very good place.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept the air monitoring control devices from BRPC. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 8 is discussion and action regarding curb cut permit for Bow Wow Road. from Keith and Kim Hyatt, who are constructing a house at 0 Bow Wow Road.
Has Chief looked at this? I see his signature is missing on the,
Right. He might have a copy. I'm not sure if he's been out there to approve it yet, but if you're so inclined to approve it, it would be pending his
I'm
approval.
happy to make an acceptance of it pending Chief Munson's approval.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded pending Chief Munson's approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 9 is discussion and action regarding resignation from the school committee. Several weeks ago, we received a resignation from Stephanie Ulrich, who was serving as the appointed position on the school committee. So we need to accept her resignation.
I'll make a motion that we accept Stephanie's resignation from the school committee and offer her a letter of thanks.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. With that, I'd like to announce that we do have an opening. So anyone that wants to serve on the school committee should submit letters of interest to the town administrator. Do we have a date we want those by?
I know.
But we have an end date for them. It wouldn't be a full term.
No, it's a 18-month, I think. It'll serve until November of 2026 when the next election for that seat would come up. So it's a short commitment. So send your letters in. You're good. Board member items. Lee?
Just reminding people to vote next week. And I think it's done.
Just to say thank you for serving, and it's been interesting.
Thanks, Bob. I would just like to say a short statement. Over the last 11 years, I've spent 9 years serving as selectman for our community, and it has been an honor to be elected 3 times to this role. This is not an easy job. Most people in the community have no idea what a selectman does. They have no idea of the amount of time it takes to do the job correctly and all that we must learn. You will hear it's a thankless job. It is and it isn't. We just hear more from those people that are disgruntled and unhappy than we do for those who are happy with our decisions. I have found the work to be very rewarding, and I don't regret 1 minute of time being a public servant for our town. I've had the opportunity to serve with some really wonderful people. I think the board has had 7 makeup changes since I have been serving. I have served along veterans like Dave Smith Jr. and Renee Wood, as well as the newcomers such as A.J. Peterson, Martin Mitzoff, and Lee Butala. Each brings a different set of skills and leadership styles, and while we did not agree on every topic, our points of view and frame of references are often very different from one another. The heart of Sheffield is always in mind when we run for this seat. I am grateful to have learned from each of the people I have served with. I've worked alongside our amazing town administrator, Rhonda LaBombard, for all 9 years. I'm grateful for her guidance, her knowledge, and her wisdom, her ability to navigate difficult topics, difficult conversations, and how she never failed to remind us to celebrate in our successes. The office staff that supports the Board of Selectmen has changed a bit throughout the years, but we have the very best. I'd like to give recognition to Jill Hughes, our current assistant town administrator, and our former assistant, Alicia Doolin, for their incredible commitment to the town and to the board. I wish each member of the town staff much success in the future and joy in wherever your life takes you. I'm very proud of the work that has been accomplished during my time on the board. We have brought forth new programs like the Senior Work-Off Program and CDBG grants, which provide assistance to our underserved residents in a really meaningful way. I was part of the resolution of the Dollar General legal battle and the resolution of Reston River under the leadership of Renee. Together, we have navigated new industries of solar farms and cannabis, all that has come with that. We have developed committee handbooks for new members for our volunteer boards. We have implemented and updated employee handbooks. We've added benefits such as AFLAC and a 4-day work week option as a non-cash benefit. We've purchased modern fire trucks and equipment for our fire department, which after this year will amount to over $5 million spent in 7 years to keep our fire department equipped with the very best of what's available. We have or are in process of upgrading software and computer equipment in every department in town. We have expanded our police department. We have increased hours of service and provided full-time staff at the senior center, which is responsible for serving more than 50% of our citizens. We've created an affordable housing transportation program for the disabled and senior citizens within our community. We've worked to shed light with the Department of Transportation on the critical need for state involvement and cooperation in the repair and maintenance of our bridges and roads in Western Massachusetts. For me, the project I personally have been most invested in since 2019 is bringing a modern highway garage building to our community for today and for the future. These are just some of the highlights. This is time for change in Sheffield. Before 2025 is over, we will have a new town administrator. This is an opportunity to look forward and to be open to new ideas for the next generation of employees and volunteers that will service us all. I encourage the community to seek out talented, creative, open-minded individuals to serve our community. And the most important thing I was told when I became a selectman in 2014 is you have to put your personal feelings and agenda on the shelf and remember every decision you make has to be made for what's best for the whole of Sheffield. We do not govern for one individual, we govern for an entire community. As I said in the beginning, it has been an absolute honor to have been elected to serve. I'm grateful to my colleagues here at the table and to those that I've served with in the past. I'm looking forward to having more time for travel and time to plan for what's next for me personally. I'm not going away. I plan to continue my work as a volunteer with the Council on Aging and on the Finance Committee as long as I'm needed. Thank you to my family and my sweet husband who's in heaven who believed I could do anything. And to the friends and community members who thought I'd get through this, that have played a part in supporting me during these 11 years. You'll never know how much your support has meant to me. Carol. That falls to you guys.
That was in there, so we're
As far as I know, she's leaving, whether you find someone or not. Rhonda, town administrator items.
So no, Melvin.
Okay. Public comment. Karen? Karen?
Okay. Karen Chamberlain, 1260 County Road. Congratulations. We'll see you in many places. I just want to revisit number 5, if I can, on the county road. When we close to do the bridge, can those of us who live between Crossroad and the bridge get notification? We get down there and have to turn around because we don't know the road's closed. And sometimes it's not easy to turn because the road's very narrow. And they get mad because we're there, but we don't know the road's closed. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yep.
great.
I just wanted to make a ad living 261 East Main Street. A sort of a public service announcement that there will be a forum tomorrow at 7 o'clock in Dewey Hall to meet the new candidates, both candidates, we hope, for the Select Board, 7 o'clock Dewey Hall.
Sorry.
And George Lane, Foley Road. A couple meetings ago, I was in here asking about a tree up at by the Legion Hall. What the town was going to, if the town was going to do anything with it. I have yet to hear, and it's almost a month.
Dave was up there and checked it out. I assumed that he got in touch with someone, but I'll follow up with him.
I haven't heard from anybody on it. That or the bridge or the tree that's in the brook, for that matter. So.
Who put on your neck?
Hi, Renee Wood, 928 Boardman Street. First of all, thank you, Nadine, for your service. And I wanted to just bring the board up to date on a couple things. I don't know if the board has had a chance to look into what we call the boardroom right off here where the Board of Health and all the other boards' records are kept except for the Select Board. But under the electronic records grant that we received for $200,000. For the first time, all of the records for excuse me, a particular map, block, and lot are in the same folder in the file cabinet where you can go and pull that folder and find basically everything that's going on, or has gone on in the Board of Health, what is pertinent in the planning board in terms of permits, what is not expired in terms of conservation activities, and also decisions that have been made by the Zoning Board of Appeals, the Planning Board, and also the Ashley Falls Historic District. If anybody has been around when these have been scattered all over the place, this is really, really a tremendous accomplishment, and a lot of productivity is going to come from that. We're still working on some of the electronic records, but that's coming great. And I made my way up to the attic today and started organizing those boxes of records that have been scanned. So we will make our deadline by the end of this year. The second thing I wanted to follow up on Nadine's comment. I was so incredibly pleased that we were able to get the VADAR grant twice now. We got it once when Alicia was here for the software. It wasn't Alicia. Well, about 6 years ago, maybe, or something like that. And the treasure collector's office wasn't ready to implement it. So, break my heart, we gave the money back. But we got it again, and it's a much better product. And I think it's going to really, the town residents are going to be blown away what they are going to be able to do on their own in attaining information. And I'm sure that Monique will come to the select board and make a presentation on that. And the other thing I wanted to just thank everyone who took the time to take the digital equity survey. It's now over. And what I'll be doing is working with the BRPC to put together an application to get the $57,000 we've been assigned. And that, of course, will come to the select board for your approval and review. But that has to be finished by the end of June. And last but not least, I would really like to find some more room for the transfer station. I'm working now on the recycling dividends grant, which is due June 2nd. And again, we'll come back to you for review, and Rhonda for pushing the final button. But there's so many programs that are now offered, and they've really tightened it this year. And we just don't have a room at the transfer station. And so we cannot participate because we have no room. And they don't really, it doesn't really matter. But if there's ever any extra land that we could do some things with, like more composting activity, deconstruction activity, that's a big thing on theirs right now, is everything that deals with the building and what you do with it. It would be wonderful because, again, we're just out of room. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Is that it? Excellent. And we need to go into executive session for the purposes of discussing strategy for litigation regarding Fellows Community Agreement. Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we move to executive session. We need a voice vote regarding the rules.
Second.
Second. Yes.
Dean Hopper, aye.
Leave Utah. Aye.
Bob Dylan, aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We are adjourned. We will not be returning to the session.